In this video, we're going to take a look at transit searches in your IO Edition. Let's begin by opening up IO Edition. And with IO Edition open, across the top, we'll go to the Special menu and select Transits. Now, the first thing you want to know is how to get someone's chart into the transit search setup. So we'll close this window and I'll show you the different options. I'm going to select someone, a saved natal chart from my list. It's a natal chart. I click on it one time to highlight it. Then I go back up to Special, open the transit search window, and you see that Bob Dylan, the name I've highlighted, is in place here. I can also grab any name out of the list. Let's click on Fidel Castro. I click down and hold and drag him over to where Bob Dylan is now. I let go, and now it's ready to do a transit search for Fidel Castro. Say I'm making a new data card. We'll just open up an existing one, but if I were making a new data card, saved or not saved, put my cursor to somewhere, after I've completed it of course, put my cursor somewhere where there is no text, and you'll see that it turns into a hand with a blue sheet behind it, means that I can grab it and move it. So I click down and hold, drag it over to where Fidel is right now, and there I have Pope Francis. So I'll close this card, I don't need it. Now, as you know, in the transit search setup window, there are several options here. There's a search set, which allows you to do multiple type searches in one report. There's weather. Weather is not natal based. It's the aspects that are occurring for everyone. The one thing you want to adjust here, and we'll go over this a couple times, is the time zone, so that the individual who's looking at the report is looking at the aspects occurring within their time zone. You have transit to natal, you have progress to natal, and progress to progressed. Let's begin with weather. Setting the date, you have two options. You can either do, as it's shown here, you can enter the month name, or you can enter 09 for September, the date, 02, and the year, all four digits for the year, because we need to know what century we're talking about, and then use your tab key to move to the next field, and you see it formats the date for you. Now the end date we have is October 1st, 2020. Now if I were just doing the weather, I'd want to do a shorter period, probably 2016, or just a month even. And time zone, we'll leave it EDT. Now, selecting the aspects that you want to search for, anything with a box around it is going to be active in the search. So if you do not want it displayed, you click, turn it off. You want it displayed, click and turn it on. Transiting points, same thing is true. If I don't want something shown, I click and turn it off. If I want it shown, I click and turn it on. Now, in the weather, I can look at transits, I can look at stations, sign ingresses, moon quarters, and eclipses. Or I can turn any of them off that I choose to, just by clicking on them. Once you're set, you click the list, and there you have it, the detailed transit search. Now, learning to read these, if you're not familiar with them, there's a section in your manual that shows you exactly how to read the list. It's really quite simple. Now, if you wanted to save this, the best way is to save it as a PDF. So you go to File at the top of your screen, select Print. Under Print, select Save as PDF. I'm going to name this, save it as a new transit report. And I'm saving this to my desktop, but I could save it to Documents. I could create a new folder, save it wherever I choose. You do not want to save it in the Charts folder or the IO Files folder or anything like that. That's where data for the program is stored. So I'm saving this to the desktop. I click Save, and there it is, ready to go. Now, say I wanted to mail this to somebody directly, I could do that out of the program. I go to File again, select Print. This time under PDF, I select Mail PDF. It opens my email with the report already in it. So I'd enter the address to which I want to send it. Put a subject in, of course. And then I simply send it. There it goes. It's off. Now, one other thing, if you wanted to view this larger, simply go to File, select Preview, and there you have it in Print Preview. You can get in tighter, you can back up, you can also use Preview to export in a variety of formats if you choose to, but again, PDF is the most logical, and it is read by anyone and everyone. Saving it as a JPEG, a TIFF wouldn't make sense in this case, so we'd cancel that, and we'll close Preview. We're back in the program. Next we're going to go to Transit to Natal. Again, the same things apply. If I want Bob Dylan in here, we grab his natal chart, drop it in, set the dates, and here we'll keep it just the same as we had it. Time zone, saves in California, so I do PDT. I select my aspects. Now let's turn this off. I select my transiting points, so I'm going to leave all the planets on. I'll throw in Chiron. The natal points, I'm putting the ascendant and the midheaven on. I can choose to display house ingresses and transits with orbs, and I can change my orb settings tighter. I can make them wider. I'll leave it at 1. Simply click the list, and there you have it. Same thing with progress to natal. Now, progress chart, as you know, you're going to want to do a longer period because it's a progression. So we'll go to 2020, change that date, tab out of there. We'll leave it at PDT. We've already selected the planets that we want to see. We've selected the progressing points, and we've selected the natal points. And the aspects that we want to see, again, we can turn any of them off or on. We're going to choose the progression type. This is a standard secondary, but I can choose any of the others that I would like. I will want to display transit with orbs and long lasting, and again my orb settings can be changed. So basically the same thing each time. And a new list, and there it is. Same thing with progress to progressed. You select the dates, starting date, end date, the progressing points, the aspects that you want, the type of progression, sign ingresses and stations if you want them, list, and there you have it. Now backing all the way up to search set. Search set allows you to create a single report with all of the information in it, and it's organized so that it's understandable, readable. Now you will have set your basic information, everything but the aspects, you will have set at each point. So you set it in your progress to progressed, choose the planets that you want, progress to natal, again, the settings that you want, transit to natal, the same thing. Then you're back at the search set, and here you'll select aspects that would apply to all. So that's the one thing that in each of these is controlled by the search set. The rest of the information you determine by the type of report that you are producing. So let's go back to search set. I've selected what I want. I don't want the weather. I want transit to natal, progress to natal, and progress to progressed. I click list. Aha! Too many pages, too long a period. So let's reduce it. And too many pages means that you have an excess of 50 pages, which is pretty much unusable for anyone. Here we go. We have the report detailed, and you see it shows progress to natal, transit to natal, for the period that you've defined, and that's it. The program is really very simple to use, very easy. Get comfortable with it, and as always, if you ever have questions about your software, let us know right away. Thank you.